Hello, and welcome to your general and love reading for the month of June in the sign of Leo. Keep in mind that as I'm doing this reading, we're somewhat halfway through Mercury retrograde. So I've been somewhat saying in all the videos for this series, the general love reading parts for June, that there's still going to be a few weeks in the month of June that may feel a little wonky. So Mercury retrograde, I think, ends somewhere on the 3rd of June. So then they say after the retrograde period ends, it starts a shadow period. I think it's called shadow, where it somewhat starts to reverse or go backwards or reset itself. So the energies during that time should at least feel different. Hopefully they're not going to be rocky, but I think for each sign that depends. I especially think it really depends on where Mercury falls in your chart. So anyways, I wouldn't necessarily, Mercury retrogrades are always about reflection, non-action. Reflecting, basically, period, for 3 weeks. So, whatever you've been reflecting on, though, the middle of June, you should see after the middle of June, once Mercury goes through its shadow period and it gets itself back straight. I think that's like June 12th, 13th maybe. Now they say, and I have seen this before, that after the retrograde's over, whatever you've been reflecting on in the month of May is really going to start to manifest itself fast, quickly. It's like because it's like we get I want to say a slingshot, but I just don't know if that is correct. But we get slingshot into our manifestations, like our desires, our wants, our goals. So whatever it was that you were thinking about in the month of May during your deep reflection period, whatever adjustments you made, whatever tweaks, whatever, like if you changed your mind about something, or if you discovered something new, you're going to see that like doors open, opportunities come about. I really enjoy the aftermath, per se, of a Mercury retrograde, just because there's like a momentum, and it's also like the wings of abundance. So for me, and how I see that, is a really good time for me. So I was just talking to my friend that's from Peru about this yesterday. And she and I were talking about how people really they work themselves ragged trying to get what they want, and it's like, I just sit here, pray about it, and relax and chill and watch it come to me, watch it show up. And she, of course, was like, that is so true, that's so true, because when you go after it, you're like pushing it away from yourself. And I'm like, yes. You really do like work against yourself by taking action. So especially if you have been doing that during the month of May, if you've been like really pushing and digging and trying to make moves and shit, you'll see that either the door won't open for you, or you're tired as hell. And when you get tired as hell like that, you feel like you fail, or maybe you're hungover. something of that nature. Like, for example, and then I'm going to get into your reading. For example, I did a lot of yard work Sunday, Monday, and yesterday. Well, today I am feeling the yard. I'm feeling the weekend today. So my shoulders are a little bit sore. My back hurts a little bit. You know, I can feel the wear and tear. So to me, that's saying, you know, I need to slow down a minute, chill out, relax, and watch things happen. Alright, so all of your cards have been shuffled. Ooh. Keep in mind that these are also in reverse for you. Ooh. I'm not going to say that, I mean, look, this somewhat does carry a, this is a little heavy, I'll say that, okay? Let me process this for a second. Alright, so I'm going to say that, I don't know, there is something that you have gone through in May, the end of May, could be going through it right now, where you don't have as good of memories. You're not really looking at the past with happy. So there's something that was disappointing about the past. There is definitely some not happy memories of the past, and this can be with a lover, a past person. So that's the Six of Cups. Though there are 6 cups there, also reminds me of the Two of Cups, like a guy, like a relationship. So this to me is you're with someone in the past, like the end of May, beginning of June, but you don't have happy or fond, good memories about that time period. Now, I'm going to say this, and hopefully, you know, this, I'm going to say by the middle of the month. Now, I cannot say if this is going to be you or the person that you are dealing with, but one of you, whichever one of you is somewhat tired or bored of the other one. Whichever one that is. If you're the one that's tired and bored of oh no, 1 second, you guys. Alright, I am so sorry about that, Libras. So I will put in the description box, you know, that there's this timing thing here. I have chickens on my back porch. They're only a few weeks old. One of them likes to take a stroll through the house. So I have my back door, you know, the door that goes from your house to your back porch. I have that one cracked so they can get air out there. And there's this one little chicken that likes to hop out and run through my living room like, I don't know if checking out or what, but anyways, I think she was a little traumatized. She was hiding behind the trash can, all because I have a big dog, a little dog, and a cat. Anyways, alright, so sorry about that. Okay, so whichever one of you is tired or bored of the other one. You will be offered an opportunity from said person. But I don't know if you or whoever the person is that's tired and bored of the past, I'm not so sure that you will accept this offer. Now, you may find that during the middle of June that you could find yourself bored. The good thing about it is I don't see irritation, like it's going to be aggravating. But that will be completely up to the person that's bored. So there's an ending here for sure. Someone is trying to end, I feel like someone's trying to end this relationship or something. So a form of heartbreak happened at some point in time. Somebody's resisting change here. Somebody's fearful of the new. There's new beginnings to be had here, but somebody's too dependent and stuck in the past. Now, if you are the female watching this, you are looking at your future, but you may have pain from the past. You may be dragging it with you. So just be careful about that. If you're the female watching this video, you may be resistant to this change. So there's some form of heartache and or heartbreak that has happened. Like this whole reading is around this heartbreak. The only thing that I can and will say about this heartbreak is, like, if it happened in the month of May, or maybe maybe it goes as far back as April. It actually, and it's a 3 of Swords, so it could go as far back as March. But like a breakup or a falling out, something happened, in the past with a significant other here. So there is like optimism, acceptance, resilience, perseverance, forgiveness, healing. I don't like to see the 3 of Swords, but I tell you, if I have to see the 3 of Swords, I prefer to see it in the reverse. Because the reverse signifies that you've already been stabbed. You can now pull those knives out. So there's healing to be had. Now, I'm going to say, you may not even be wanting to work on this. Okay? That's definitely where this challenge here is coming up. So with that being said, you're not investing in something here. Or if you are trying to invest in it, you have like 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Something happened here that I would say that hurt you. That you, if you're a guy watching this, I would just have to say, did you hurt a female? Something went down with the female. Now, the female in this relationship, I feel like, is the one that is really trying to move on. She's looking forward. She actually, the way I laid her down, is looking right over this 10 of Swords. And this 10 of Swords here, there's a guy laying here. So maybe something happened and the female is trying to now move on. And maybe the male counterpart is reluctant to that. But some way, shape, or form, there is, regardless if you are the male in this scenario or the female. Like for the male, for example, I don't know what happened. Something happened in the past that was not good. And you will offer this female another chance. Now, she may accept this offer about the middle of May, but I feel like something's going to happen, and by the end, I meant June, by the end of June. So there is going to be an offer by the middle of June, but I feel though that by the end of June, both of you will have a different perspective, both of you will decide that this actually needs to end. There is a huge end over here at the end of the month, end of June. And whatever it is, it will be a completion. It's not as heavy. I feel like, you know, 10s are all about completion, culmination, like end. And it's like, I mean, now keep in mind too that this card from the Morgan Greer tarot deck, I mean, it's snowing. It's at night. He's bleeding. To me, this is probably the darkest 10 of Swords in all of the tarot decks. I feel like this is the darkest. Anyways, but that's how the Morgan Greer tarot deck rolls. Anyways, so I feel like with this 10 of Swords though, that this ending is necessary. Now, and hopefully that doesn't come off cold or shallow or anything like that for you. If you are the female watching this, I feel that a male did something with you that, I don't know, something about him may have changed. You, I would say at some point in time that there was love and there was like fondness, like childhood, like, you know, made your heart flutter, you know, the roses and getting all giddy and shit, and then it looks like something happened and something changed, and where that love has somewhat, I feel like, almost about damn near disintegrated. So now it's like, well, how do we unplug and go our own ways? So let's see. You'll have to let me know if you are the female watching this or if you are the male watching this. I feel like if you are the male watching this, then it's probably going to hurt you the most. Because, you know, that's a male in this card. If you're the female watching this, I'm going to say that this isn't really going to affect you a lot. I feel like your pain more so stems from the past. You've been, I feel like, healing and getting over this. So this is like, you know, this isn't new news to you. I don't feel like this is going to take a toll on you, because I feel like you're already almost like prepared and ready for it. You are very optimistic though and ready to go for the future, because I mean you're looking like right past his, I mean he's laying over here like he ain't dead, but I mean he's hanging on somehow. He don't know how. And I don't mean to laugh, but the male in this scenario is going to take this hit the worst. Females, you will come out like unscathed. Happy go giddy. I got this. Like, I'm ready to go. So, anyways, let's see what your advice is. Alright, so your advice. Okay. Your advice here is the Three of Cups, or this is you. You might be, so you, whoever you are watching this, whether you are the guy or the girl, plug yourself into the scenario. So you should either look to your friendships and the people around you for, it could be that those things are what brings you comfort. They help you heal. They help nurture you. And so, because we have the both threes here. So, if you can look to the people around you and go to, if you get asked out to go to events or something in the month of June, I would accept them, because this is really, you know, celebrations, having a good time, parties, good conversation. Alright, that will really help to bring about healing and fulfillment and help keep you looking good and future thinking. Now, in your environment, people that are going to be coming at you, okay, you're going to have childhood issues like broken dreams, immaturity, envy, childishness. So whatever male you are dealing with in this dynamic, this is him. You know, this card right here, normally in the upright, this is like you could get an apology, but in reverse, no. So I don't know that this male that you're dealing with is going to be coming in to give you an apology, and maybe that's why this situation ends. You know, men sometimes, it's like if you would just give an apology, if you would just say you're sorry, that could like change everything. And because of their ego and pride, they don't, and it ruins everything. It's like if you can't apologize, then it's over. I mean, basically. And that is actually what I'm getting here in this situation. So, I mean, whoever the male is, like if male, like guy, if this is your reading and you're the Leo here, your pride and ego is what's keeping you from having a successful relationship with this female. So, if you want this relationship to work, you need to apologize. You need to, whatever happened in the past, happened in the past. If you can fix it, you need to try and fix it. But you need to be like gentle, not coming at her with words, trying to stab her. You know, there's 2 cards here, double confirmation. Words, backstabbing, stabbing somebody with your words, really, is basically what it is. Stabbing someone with your words. There's a lot of that going on here. So, anyways, take that, you know, however it resonates. Ultimately, the choice is yours. There is hopes and fears around an offer here. I'm going to say that there's fear that an offer is either not going to be extended or an offer is not going to be accepted. And I just don't feel like the offer that comes in is going to be accepted, because keep in mind, you're looking at this in the reverse. But for me, this is how it is. Alright, so, you know, this is having a good harvest. Look at all my stuff I planted and look at it growing. Well, this right here, let me turn it back around for myself. You know, you're not satisfied with what you have. So you're like, okay, well, I don't want this here anymore. I'm either going to, like, rip it out or cut it back, trim it up, shape it up. But, you know, with it in reverse like this, there isn't any of that. Like, you've let your garden just get taken over by all kinds of weeds. So it's like lack of planning, laziness, poor management, delay, and patience. Now, female, if you are the female watching this, you could, at the end of June, told this guy, no more. I don't want to see you anymore. I'm done. Okay? And then you're looking at everything in your life like, oh shit, this is what I'm left with. Okay, well, I don't need this no more. Let me to cut that there out. Let me to throw you away. Let me to quit going over there, because that's where he goes, and I'm going to start going to this one over here. Okay? So this is like weeding out the weeds, like looking at your garden, seeing what you're left with, weeding out the weeds, cleaning it up, and moving forward. If you're the female watching this, I feel like you will have it easier than the guy. Guy, if this is you watching this, I say this with the best of love, but I feel like, and I don't clarify these readings, but so I can't clarify to see, but I don't know if your words just really ruined it or what. But focus on healing. If you're the guy watching this, really focus upon healing. Listen to Deepak Chopra and Is it Paul McKenna? And also Louise Hay. You also need to, if you're the guy watching this, whatever you're left with at the end of the month, you need to like clean it up and get it organized and see where and how you can move forward. Okay? Someone here in this dynamic has not been listening to their intuition. So maybe that is the reason. Well, I would say because of that, there's been a lot of manipulation here. I don't know if someone fell on hard times, or if they got caught juggling something. They got caught doing something they shouldn't have. But there is some type of manipulation and not using the energies correctly in this scenario. Somebody was not listening to their intuition about this, and I don't know if they but whatever happened with that, it's now coming full circle. It's now closing up. You know, this chapter's coming to an end, and then there's going to be a lot of movement after that. So let's see what your soul's journey message is. Failure. Okay. So this is an affirmation you need to speak. I understand that a mistake is only an opportunity to learn. We've got freedom. Oh, shit. Freedom, relationships, and patience. Now, the basis of this is your happiness. Okay? So if you want happiness, this is what you're going to have to do. And this is either for you, the guy watching it, if you're the guy watching, or if you're the female. This is you watching it. This is your message. For you to be happy, I am aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. Okay? You need to be patient. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Your relationships. I am attracted to those people who serve my higher good. And freedom. I possess the power and the free will to create my own happiness. So I'm going to say that this, whatever, this ending, whatever here, okay, you may have failed at it, okay? You may have. We, as human beings, fail all the time, okay? Failure is the best way to learn. And what does this card say? I understand that a mistake is an opportunity to learn. Whatever you've learned here, just take it with you. And know not to do it again. I mean, but that is completely up to you. Your flower therapy message is financial healing with Yellow Lily. Your money struggles are a thing of the past. Be open to all avenues to receiving, and you'll be provided for in every way. Now, especially if you are the female. If you're the female watching this, you might be having to go down just to your income. And if that's the issue, don't worry. You will be fine. Alright, let me see. So, again, there's patience. Again, there's patience. Okay? Again. Your prayers have been heard, and they are being answered, but you need to be patient and allow them to happen. There is world energy going on here. That has, I'm sure, everything to do with Mercury retrograde. The earth is going through a transition of energy. Your sensitive body is feeling it. You're not alone. Accept help from others. Then we have take time for yourself. Enjoy relaxation and activities that nurture your soul. And let your inner beauty shine. You are a brilliant example of God's love. Everything about you is perfect, so let your light shine and inspire others. I feel like you will definitely see that if you go out with your friends and accept invitations to spend time with people that are of like mind, or even meet new friends, you know. Go out and have a good time, because I feel like that will help you heal. And then you have stay. So, if you, for example, were living with this person, one of you has to move, maybe you need to stay in the house and let the other person move. Whichever one of you is watching this, if this is the guy watching this, you need to stay where you are and let this female move. If you're the female watching this, you need to stay where you are and let the male move. I think. Now, believe in yourself. You also need to shield yourself. You need to focus upon your dreams. You also need to daydream. You need to start figuring out what you're going to do. Well, you don't need to figure out. You just need to dream about it and see where your mind or daydreams take you. And also start making a gratitude list. Show appreciation. Alright, your angel answers. Yes. So, whatever your question, yes. Whatever you were thinking, yes. So, you have look for a sign, meditation brings answers, know, and choose a new direction. So, I would take this in, you thought you needed to go one way, and it's like, no, you don't need to go that way. So, choose a new direction, and now you see a new way. Yes, that's the path you need to follow. That new way. Alright. Boy, that one there got, this reading right here was very different for me. I've not ever read like this before. But, let me tell you, this to me was a great learning experience. Because I just, some way, shape, or form, never done this, opened myself up to the dynamics here, and I've never actually seen the cards like this before. So I feel like I got really deep in this reading here, and I appreciate you allowing me to read for you, and hopefully this some way, shape, or form helped you. If you like oracle readings, please follow me over on Facebook. It's where I do oracle readings there. And if you, I definitely apologize about the interruption earlier. I definitely didn't anticipate that. And also, too, I have one of those old school cameras. So I am taking donations so I can get a new camera. All that information's in the bottom. But yeah, I don't have one where I can stop it and then restart it, or even cut it out. So I apologize for me having to step away. Alright, take care. Namaste.